So look, you literally have to start to buy into the concept that abundance is your birthright. You know, lack and scarcity are illusions brought to you by the matrix to control you. There is no lack, there is no scarcity. It was created by humans. It's a concept, it's a structure we create to control and limit resources. And this is something that you have to understand. Look, you came here to be abundant. You have to claim that. You came here to be successful. That's why you have the ability to manifest. And people who are awakened and enlightened, they can see through the trickery of the mindset of lack and scarcity. So how do I develop a mindset of abundance? You have to beat it in your head. You have to every day say to the universe, abundance is my birthright, because it truly is. Now, check this out. Let me show you something. That there cannot be any lack or scarcity, that it was invented or created by men. And I can prove it to you right now. The laws of physics cannot work with lack or scarcity. They cannot be lack or scarcity in the laws of physics. It's not applicable. Nature, there cannot be lack or scarcity. Look at your body. Your cells are on a continuous replication. Everything replicates in the universe. There is no scarcity. A matter of fact, the universe now we've discovered that it is actually infinite in its capacity and proportions. Not only there's a universe, but there's also what's called the multiverse. So everything around you is in a continuous cycle of self-replication. That cannot be scarcity, guys. It just doesn't work. Let's look at money. Every single day, they continue to print money. Matter of fact, they're taking it to the next level now. They decide to say, hey, you know what? Let's not print money. Paper money is becoming a thing of the past. Let's invent digital currency. Now that takes the game to a whole new level, because in digital currency, you're dealing with numbers. Numbers are infinite. They can literally, out of thin air, create digital currencies and convert it into and give it value as money. Imagine that. Billions and trillions and whatever passing right now through you. You see that? So the thing you got to understand, guys, is the mind creates matter. Your mind is matter. Your mind is real stuff. Your mind creates the real stuff you see around your environment and you see around your surroundings. And you know, one of the biggest tips that you can use to adopt the mindset that abundance is your birthright is to know how numbers work, especially like these high numbers. Like, for example, the power of the number 8. See, that people, there are individuals that when they come here, they have natural 8 energy. I mean, they came here to be prosperous. They came here to be abundant. See, they automatically knew when they got here that abundance was their birthright. Even though the matrix tried to shove it into their head, they were keen to understand, wait a minute. They were able to see the stuff that I'm showing you from an early age. They were able to see, like, okay, so they're making this stuff up. All this stuff about lack and all this stuff. You know, the universe is infinite. I deserve this stuff. So they kind of seen that. So they adopt the energy of the 8, which is the abundant and infinite energy. Now, guess what? You can pick up that energy too. Even if you're not a person that came here with the 8 energy, you can adopt the 8 energy, the power of the number 8. Let me show you how you do it. So the first thing you're going to do to adopt the energy of 8 to get in that vibrational frequency, and by the way, study of these numbers are called numerology, and they're very, very accurate, because these numbers and everything give off a vibration, and a vibration will create this certain frequency. So let's talk about that. All right. So how do I adopt an abundant mindset that, you know, abundance is my birthright? Well, the first step is you have to adopt a mindset. You have to get it into your head. You have to tell the universe, hey, abundance is my birthright. Or tell yourself or convince your subconscious mind by constant repetition, right? That's the first thing to do. The next thing to do, now you have to start to go through your goals and your passions. And so you got to be someone that's able to take calculated risk. People with the high 8 energy, they are risk takers. You know, no risk, no rewards. Use me for example. I take calculated risk. That's how I was able to win the lottery so many times, and I'm able to do these things. Because what comes with the calculated risk now is a heightened intuition. See, the thing about the universe is in your higher self, guys, it rewards your energy. The energy you put out, it's going to come back to you like multiplied. So if you're someone that can live your passion and take that risk to go for the goal, I said calculated risk now, it's a difference. Calculated risk involves intuition, it involves listening to that higher self. But many people, many individuals, you know this, you got to be able to do that. So that's something you got to do, right? The next thing to do now, you have to be what? You have to be grateful for what you have. And then you have to be also be generous. You have to be able to give something back out, whether time, money, anything that you can give back to the community or the collective consciousness, or anything that you can put out, you're going to receive that back through the universe. The thing about this matrix thing and the lack mindset, it creates something in your ego that makes people very scarce and very tight or very stingy. Because what people think this way. People think, you know what? If I give that out, I'm not going to get it back, because they were convinced of the lack mindset in the matrix. You can't get into that game, because if you get into that game, you're going to lose, because you're going to develop a scarcity mindset, which will take you out of harmony with your abundant self. The thing you have to understand, guys, is that you all came here with the blueprint for abundance. There's nothing you have to really there's no drastic change you have to do. The only thing you have to do is adopt simple mindsets and these simple ideas that are just put forward to you. Because your blueprint was already set up to be abundant in this world. And the thing about adopting that energy, I call the 8th energy, is now once you start to adopt that energy, then you're going to see the signs and the synchronicities are all going to start pop up around you. You're going to see the number 8s all over the place. That's a great sign now that you have adopted the 8th energy. Now you're in the vibration of wealth, and the energy frequency of abundance. You're no longer in the mindset of the lack and scarcity brought on by the matrix. I think that's something important that you need to know, because I'm sure you heard it before. You know, well, abundance is my birthright. But how many of you really adopt and think that abundance is truly my birthright? That's the thing you understand. So what you want to do is to understand some simple laws of how the universe works. Let's go to quantum physics, and I've showed. I said earlier that it can. Let's look at the particle that creates you, electrons, protons. Those particles exist in what's called like a freeze frame. It's a superposition. That particle exists in infinite properties of different versions, opportunities, or different ways your life can. Think about that. Where is the lack and scarcity in that? From that one particle, it creates everything you see around you. Look at the expanding universe, space, infinite. You see. So if you understand that, you're awake and you're enlightened. You're like, oh man, wait a minute, this guy makes sense here, because everything comes from the laws of nature and the laws of science and the laws of the quantum physics in the universe. So that means even on this earth, if they're showing like lack and scarcity, it's impossible. Well, Mark, how you explain people in another country with all this stuff and poor stuff and all that, no food? Control. There are people controlling that. You can feed the entire planet right now for free. You can put all that stuff out there for free, but it's people's control and agenda. Some people control the money, some people control the resources, but they are there. The big picture is this: you have to focus on your individual self to understand that, okay, once I lock into myself, you see that I am the center of my universe and abundance is my birthright, you will change the game in your field. But I'm just showing you the big picture, that lack and scarcity are illusions created by like the matrix, systems of governments, entities, whatever you want to call it. They create that stuff, and it's really powerful because it works, because it gets people attention. It's easier to control people, because what happens now, that ego, that survive mind thrives in. I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta do this, I won't survive, I gotta do this. So you see how powerful that lack and scarcity mentality is, and it seeps into you and seeps into everything around you. But with all that being said, I'm here to tell you it's an illusion that you truly are here to experience an abundant and prosperous life. You have to take that energy on and make it your world. Thank you, guys.